Hey YouTube viewers, it's Makeup Indulgence coming to you with a everyday makeup look. First, I've already done like one brow, and I'm going to start on the next one. And I'm using Maybelline's Define a Brow and the color Medium Brown. And I'm going to pencil in my brows just to make them fairly thicker, because I prefer my brows to be honestly thick but sharp. And next I'm taking my brow brush slash brow comb by Soho, and I'm going to just comb out my brows just to make sure the product is spread evenly and my hairs are in place. Typically I prime my brows, but I decided not to do it this time. And then next I'm taking my angle brush and from my CQ palette, the Quad in Caramel Macchiato, I'm taking the dark brown, and I'm going to set the not brow powder. I'm going to set the pencil and cover up any sparse spots that I missed with the brow pencil. And typically it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to do my brows, because I'm very picky about how my brows look and I want to make sure that they look absolutely beautiful. And to clean up my brows, I'm actually going to take this, I don't know what this brush is, so you can call it a mystery brush. And I'm taking my concealer that I depotted, and it's L'Oreal True Match in N8. Well, it's N6 to N8 concealer, crayon concealer. And I'm going to use this to clean up my brows to make them sharper, and also to hide the hairs that grew back that I did not pluck. I neglected to pluck them, so this is a way to kind of wait until I pluck them to make sure they don't show when I go out in public. And make sure to blend out that concealer. You do not want a halo brow. And next I'll be taking my Urban Decay Primer Potion. And this helps to prime your lids so that your eyeshadow stays in place. And I'm only going to take like a little dot like that. You only need that much to prime both lids and lower lids. And sorry if it looks like I'm rubbing my eye harshly. I really wasn't, but it appears that I am. And next, from my Chrome Shadow palette, I'm taking that reddish brick brown color and my Fluffy Crease brush by Soho. I bought those brushes individually, and I'm actually using this as a transition shade. So it's going to go in the crease and slightly above the crease. And next I'm taking my Wet n Wild bronzer in the color Princess, and I'm going to apply that slightly above the reddish brick brown color, and just to kind of smooth out the edges so that the edges of the reddish brick brown shade isn't harsh, because we want a smooth transition with this look. And next I'm taking with an all over eyeshadow brush by Soho and my face powder in the color N8 Cappuccino by L'Oreal True Match. And I'm just going to apply that only on my lids. This look has fairly any amount of shimmer, The only shimmer you probably see is from the reddish brick brown shade. And next I'm going to take this, looks like a chunky pencil brush, and I'm going to take from that CQ Quad again, the dark brown shade, and just applying that fairly like 2/3 of the way of my crease. And I'm using this pencil brush to kind of like draw out or map out where I want the eyeshadow to be before I blend it. And then I'm going back with my fluffy crease brush and kind of just blending it out to make sure it blends in well with the reddish brick brown shade. And this may take me a little while because there's no rush. When it comes to blending, you make sure you blend. You do not want any like rough transition from the colors. So I take my time, and I usually blend in kind of like circular motions. And windshield wiper motions also. Next I'm taking this little skinny, I always call it skinny crease brush, and I'm taking that dark brown shade again, and I'm going to apply it to my lower lashes to kind of smoke out the bottom, because it's like a subtle smoky eye. And then I'm actually taking that reddish brick brown shade again, and I'm going to apply that to my lower lids as well. And next I'll be taking my Kat Von D eyeliner pencil, and the color, I think it says no, it just, I don't have a color on here. I think I accidentally shaved it off with the with pencil sharpener. But anyways, I'm actually going to line my waterline and my tight line, and I'm also going to kind of line halfway on my upper lash line to kind of give the appearance of fuller lashes. And I say take your time when you're lining your tight line, because you do not want to rush, or you will, I promise you, you will stab yourself in the eye, because I've done it millions of times. But I'm not going for a cat eye, but I'm just kind of going halfway in to make my eyelashes appear fuller at the top. And a little trick to make sure you have kind of like a smooth straight line to kind of pull your eye taut, not like really harsh, and then just line your upper lash line. And I'm taking that dark brown shade and kind of slightly smudging it out. I would use a black eyeshadow, but I wanted it to be a lot more subtle and not so striking, so I'm just going to take that dark brown shade and kind of smudge it out, pulling my eye taut, and then just going back and forth, not so harshly. And then next I will be taking one of my favorite mascaras. It's by Maybelline, and it's Great Lash in the color Black is Black. And I'm going to be applying this to my top and bottom lashes. 2 coats each on each eye. Ooh, 2 coats each on each eye. Oh my gosh, I gotta stop doing that. And for a more in-depth tutorial and like a walkthrough of how I elongate my lashes to make them super long, I have a previous recorded video on how to elongate your lashes. Check that out. And then for the next mascara that I'll be using, after I'm done with this one, next I'm going to take Wet n Wild's Mega Protein Mascara. I got this one from Dollar General, and this one works awesome. The formula is it's not thick. It's kind of, I wouldn't say runny, but it's like nice and smooth. And I'm just going to apply this only really on the top lashes, to kind of make sure the top lashes look really full. Almost giving you that appearance of false lashes. Then next I'll be taking my bronzer brush, and also my favorite bronzer by Black Radiance in the color Rum Spice 3516. And I'll be bronzing my temples and my cheeks. And this bronzer, like I've said before in my previous videos, it is beautiful on brown skin, and when the sun hits your face, it looks like you're glowing in a good way. I'm also going to bronze my chin. And to contour my face, I'm actually taking this, oh wait, first, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm taking my Oliver eyeshadow brush and my bronzer in the color Caramel by Black Radiance 3517. And I'm kind of setting the concealer, but also highlighting my brows. It's like a nice, subtle gold look. Next, I'm taking the eyeshadow brush, and from my Quad CQ palette, the dark brown shade. I also use this to contour, and I'm going to contour my cheeks and my temples. And this helps me to kind of draw where I want my contour to be, and then I will blend it out. But its actual purpose was for a foundation brush, but I've never used it for a foundation brush. And then I'm going to kind of contour my temples, not too much. And then next, I had previously put on my cocoa butter stick on my lips to kind of moisturize my lips. And I showed you my concealer brush, but I forgot one step, to line my lips with the Prestige waterproof liner in the color Leather. And I'm going to line my lips because I'm going to be using like a pinkish nude shade. And to give it a smooth transition on my lips, you got to line your lips first. And I'll be taking actually two colors that I got from my NYX Beauty To Go box. And first I'm taking that pinky shade and just going to apply that on my concealer brush and just line my lips. Now the one thing I like about using a brush to apply your lipstick, it makes it a whole lot smoother and you get a whole lot more control and you can blend a whole lot easier without going outside your lip line. And then next I'm taking that, I think it's like a dark kind of berry looking color. And then I'm just going to apply that to my lips and blend it in with that pinky shade and the lip liner, giving me a subtle nude pink shade that's really beautiful. I make a weird face when I'm trying to apply lip gloss or lipstick. And that's the look right here, my on the go to face. Bye.